Welcome back to Physics Exam Prep. In this lesson, we're looking at a question with a force versus displacement graph. This is quite similar to the one we tackled in the previous video. If you haven't seen that yet, I would suggest watch it for a more detailed walkthrough, since this one builds on the same idea. Take this as a little test for yourself. Don't worry about mistakes. That's how we learn. You're safe to try here, so give it a shot. And then we'll compare answers. This question is about energy transfer. It's always a good habit to organize information into two groups, energy gain and energy loss. Now let's scan the question and highlight the keywords. The object is acted on by a net force. That means the object gains energy from the force. We can find the amount of energy transfer, or in other words, the work done, by calculating the area under the graph. That's shown on the left. Notice there's no mention of energy loss here, so we'll leave that side blank. Let's draw an energy level diagram just like in the previous lesson. Start with the ground energy level at 0. Since the object has a non-zero initial velocity, draw a line just above to represent the initial kinetic energy. Then, as the net force does work, the object gains energy, so we step up to a higher energy level. The final kinetic energy is simply the jump from 0 up to this top line. Once we have that, we can use the kinetic energy equation to calculate the final velocity. FYI, you don't need to draw this diagram in the exam. I'm showing it here because it's a really clear way to visualize how the quantities link together. Let's follow the plan step by step for the solution. First, for the initial kinetic energy, write down the equation. Substitute the values. Then we get 2 joules. Second, the energy gained from the force is the area under the force versus displacement graph, which is 1/2 times the base times the height of the triangle. Next, the total final kinetic energy is the initial energy plus the energy gain, which is 2 plus 70 equals to 72. For the final velocity, let's apply the equation, substitute the values, and we get v equals to 6 meters per second. So the answer is B. If you got this right, well done. You're on track. If you missed it this round, that's normal. Physics takes practice, and by choosing to study it, you're already pushing your boundaries. You may bookmark this video and try it again tomorrow without looking at the solution.